Justice, the ProFit blogger, and hosting today's TWTW Hangout. I am here with my family, my online family basically, but now we're here in actual world. And we are here at the Unstoppable Mastermind, just learning from the top people in the industry and really celebrating each other's comeback stories. And I'm going to introduce you to each and every person to basically show you that having an online business is possible, creating that freedom in your life in order to spend more time with your kids, in order to travel the world, in order to get out of that job type of mindset where you have to work your life away. And we have pretty much done the impossible. And thank you so much for joining us today. So first, I'm going to hand off the reins to Sarah. She has an incredible story. Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience here at the Mastermind, and then also what you look to achieve and take back home with you.
Wow. It's just kind of just been really, really amazing sort of meeting everyone in person. So when you have an online business, or when you hear about online business, it just sounds so removed. But sort of coming here and meeting everybody and experiencing the energy and all the learning has just been amazing.
Awesome. So you had a major breakthrough this weekend. You discovered your brand.
Yes.
And how important is branding for you?
It's really, really key to basically, it's almost like it's the who you are. And unless we know who you are in life, okay, you're not going to achieve anything. And that's what your branding does for you. In terms of when you're going out, when you're connecting with people, when you're building your business, you need to know what your brand is, what you represent.
Exactly.
And I had that breakthrough right here.
So it's amazing because when we do start an online business, we think we're going to be alone, right?
Yeah.
That we're going to have to start everything from scratch. But you found that it's different with this community, right?
It's overwhelming. And I think what is overwhelming is because I come from a corporate background. And you know what, we all know there's a lot of backstabbing to get to the top. This is completely the opposite. Everybody wants to help you. You know, it's like people are, what do you need help with? I mean, you guys have been like amazing, right? Really trying to help me set up and get everything going. So it's completely different.
And then what do you see your vision? What's your vision with your online business, with the things that you've learned this week?
The only way is forward and up. So basically, I'm going to implement, I'm going to build, I'm going to obviously continue with the whole community online and getting support from everybody. So we're like on Facebook, correct? Mm-hmm. We have so much fun. So I'm going to build, I'm going to make money, and I'm going to have that freedompreneur lifestyle.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing your story. So I'm going to actually go right behind me. This is John. I've known John for a while, and he's been killing it. And he's had some major breakthroughs leading up to this point with his wife, and it's just been amazing hearing his story. So, John, why don't you come on, squeeze in here and share your story a little bit?
All right, this is John Tripp from Restorable Living, and really just our story, my wife's story. Now, Holly and I, our whole mantra is doing life together, and it really wasn't until really recently that we were able to get over our doubt in ourselves. We finally did that jump off the cliff, where we were all in. We decided, hey, we're going to really do this. But anytime we've ever done it, it's always been, well, what if we fail? And we always interject in ourselves that doubt. And it wasn't until just recently that we said, you know what, it really doesn't matter. And so once we hit that and we got over that, we realized that, you know what, yes, failure is part of life, and we're going to take it to that next level. All of a sudden, the floodgates opened up, and we were really able to connect our message with our audience, and it's really just made all the difference in our business.
That's awesome. And congratulations for having that breakthrough. Now, what is your vision after this weekend? You told me, but I want I want you to tell everyone what your vision is. What is your intention after this mastermind?
All right. So as of this mastermind, I made myself a promise. I said, and this is also to Holly, where I said, all right, after this mastermind, when we leave, my promise to us is that we're going to be ready to take massive action and be able to reach out in a way that we've never done before. Because we believe so much in our message.
That's great. Thank you so much, John, for sharing that with us. And so I have an incredible guest with us today we have Joshua Elder, and he actually just presented yesterday about YouTube marketing, about video marketing, and really how to live the freedom lifestyle. And really his business is automated, and I've seen his posts all over Facebook about how he's sitting there at the beach and he just has like 200 to 400 leads per day, and he's killing it. And the thing is, it's not just about his online business, is he has a higher purpose of really helping people, and that's why he's here teaching us. So can you tell us a little bit about why you're here, and also a little bit about your lifestyle right now, because I'm really curious too.
Yeah. And the reason I'm here is because of the community of people like you guys. I'm able to surround myself with incredible people that share the same ideas, that share the same why in their life. And a lot of people that actually don't know my story. I was in the retail jewelry business for the past 6 years, and I was able to finally quit my job roughly about 6 months ago, which was pretty awesome. But I know what it's like to be confined to four walls, to have limiting beliefs based off of what your managers tell you or what your bosses tell you. And I know what that's like. And I dealt with that year after year after year. And so I had a lot of limiting beliefs and questioned my self-worth. And as soon as I surrounded myself with a mastermind, of course, Napoleon Hill says a mastermind is very, very powerful. And whenever we get to these masterminds, there's I like to call it a vibration, a different frequency that we're on when we get around a certain set of people. And every time I listened to an audio or I got around people like you guys, it helped raise my belief when I didn't believe in myself. And because of that, I began believing, not just going to one event, but going to another event and going to another event until I fully believed that I could actually do it. And that was a big change. That was a shift that I had in my life. So because I did that, I was able to create over a 6-figure income, which is awesome. And I'm able to travel the world. I'm able to go to places like Nashville, where we're at here shooting this hangout. So it's been amazing to be able to do that. And I haven't been one that's actually been able to travel. So that's been one of my whys and one of my dreams with this business, is to be able to travel more. And now I'm able to do that. So I'm looking to go to Bali in 3 months. I hope to see all you guys there. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. And I just want to travel the world. I want to explore different cultures and meet more people like you guys that not only lift, because we have a lot of friends out there back at home, right? That's we call them our friends, but a lot of times they're not really there for us like our strangers. I don't want to call them strangers, but people across the world are, that we talk to, on a daily basis, but they're on a different side of the world. So it's amazing to have people like that, because a lot of our friends and family, they don't believe in us like a community that we have here. So it really reinforces that belief. So, my vision going on in the future is to free more people to come to places like these and impact people. And hopefully that I can make a difference in at least one person's life at all of these events.
You've done so much.
So I appreciate that. So
thank you so much, Josh, for sharing your story. And we're so happy to have you here with the mastermind and teaching us. I personally, I can probably speak for the rest of us that we've learned so much from you. And thank you so much for giving your time. Because these guys, they don't really benefit financially being here. Like, they're not paid to be here. They're here for their time in order to help for a bigger vision. And that's what I love about this community, is that we have this huge vision to help people go from that broke to, literally it's saving lives too. We've heard so many transformation stories, and that's the theme for this week, is transformation. As we've seen people from all different backgrounds being able to create success online because of the strategies that Josh is teaching us. So it's been amazing. And so I'm going to pass over the reins to my buddy from Australia. Yes, and he has an excellent story, because he was in a similar position as me a couple years ago with owning a business. And kind of tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so I'm from Australia, and I'm from Freedom at 24. Now, I'm not 24 anymore. I am 27. So the reason that I am Freedom at 24 is because I owned my first business at 24. and I currently still own that. But because of the success that I've been having from what we're doing right here, I'm actually selling my business, and actually going to be traveling the world. And I can safely say that I've had enough success already to cover that no problem. It's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
To have this kind of family, and I can travel to these kind of places. Nashville, I've already got Bali booked. So, and I'm going to head to Vietnam for a couple of months. So yeah, I'm roaring to go. I'm there. I'm already there, and I'm already there.
So tell a little bit, like a major breakthrough you had this week so far. We've only been going for 2 days, but
look,
there's still a lot.
I was sharing my story with you, and that, I think, having someone else, you shared my story in front of the whole audience here, and hearing, listening to it, seeing it through someone else's eyes, made me realize what purpose I have in life and why I'm here, and I have such a much more bigger purpose than I ever have. So
you do, and you know, a part of our I guess strategy when we try to help people is we tell our story. And because we know that each individual person has their own unique story to tell, and we have found the solution to solve our problems. And so we tell our story. It's basically our hero's journey. And that is what's amazing is when I met Justin and I heard his story, I really resonated with that because I found, and we had to tell each other stories, I found a lot of me inside your story because you had so many of the same struggles that I did, and you had to overcome the same barriers, like owning a business that you love, and it's hard to leave that. But we have dreams to travel the world. We have dreams of not having to work 70 hours per week like you were doing. And so that's the biggest thing is we have a bigger vision. Just in Joshua and CJ and Sarah and John, we all have a bigger purpose to live the life that we want without being restricted by a job. So next, I'm going to introduce you CJ from CJ's Island. She's going to tell you a little bit about her story and her breakthroughs that she's had at the Mastermind.
Hey there, everyone. As you all know, I have 3 boys that are my whys in my life. They are everything. They are my reason, and they are my purpose for coming to these events. And without coming to these events, I would not gain the strength and the confidence within myself to grow my business, and I grow it for my children. They are the strongest guidance that any mom could ever ask for. And when you become a mom, it's amazing the strength that you find within yourself to do things that you never thought possible. I worked for corporate America for 14 years. So working online, I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know what was involved or what was needed. I had never heard of any of the terms, nothing. And when I had my breakthrough, I reached out and I found another position. I found something else to do in my life. And what I'm doing is I'm helping others. I'm helping other moms know that you don't have to send your children to daycare anymore. You don't have to drop them off at the babysitter anymore. You can watch them grow and you can make the memories. And the hardest statement that I got tired of really hearing from people was enjoy today because they grow up so fast. And it really hit home, and I got thinking about it. My oldest is 8 years old now, and I worked his entire life so far. I've missed 8 years of his life. So how many more years am I going to miss? And thankfully, my youngest is 3, so I won't miss any more years with them. And I am so blessed to have the opportunity to be home with them and watch them and come to these amazing events and spend time with I call them my extended family. Josh in Las Vegas heard that I needed a ride from the airport, and without any questions, nothing, was there waiting when I got off my plane. And
had you ever met him before?
no, I didn't. That was literally, and he took my bags from me and put them in his trunk of his car and picked me up. And that, you never find that in corporate. You don't find that at a job. You just don't find that. No. That love and that compassion and the caring, it only comes from these masterminds and these events and from this Freedompreneur family. That's the best way to describe it. It's a family.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, CJ. So we're going to wrap up here, guys. We really just wanted to share our just some of our breakthroughs that we had at this event. And that's where breakthroughs happen, is events, because we know what it's like to then leave the event and be home, you know, in the trenches. And then every 90 days or so, we get back together to really, I mean, literally double our businesses after every single event. And that's why we do these. So thank you so much for joining us. Now, what you're going to find is a link below. You know, you can take a look at our system that we're using. And there's people like Josh, who's a 6-figure earner, traveling the world, living a free life, that is teaching you on how to do that same exact thing, just like he's teaching us. And you have access to all of that right under your fingertips. So you can check that out by clicking the link below, or what you can do, you can follow back with the person that sent you the link here. So thank you so much, guys. We are here every Monday, usually. This is kind of a rare event, but we're here every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And be unstoppable. Bye, guys.